To be honest, I really wanted to do it because they look so cute on Instagram.
Oh, wow. I've wanted a little free library forever.
In the county that we live in and in the neighborhood that I lived in, I saw there could be a need.
Particularly when I saw so many books that were dear to me and my children being banned in the schools. I made it more of a priority to get one set up for this neighborhood at least. I like to get out on foot and just wander around the local neighborhoods and look for libraries or stumble upon libraries. I don't necessarily look for them, but I love to stumble upon them.
I don't know what it is where some people, they see something that's free and not everyone is so giving that they're like, oh yeah, it says if I'm taking a book, I have to leave a book.
The adult/young adult library was the original, and my wife gave that to me as a Valentine's gift last year. And it was, it's probably one of the most special gifts I've received.
It was painted by my friend Rachel Sharp. She's a local Jacksonville artist. I let her do whatever she wanted with it. I had no clue what it would look like, and then she brought it over and unveiled it to me, and I was so excited. I was, again, very intentional in making sure that I had books that were relevant to the communities on East Side and in New Springfield.
I will put some of the overstock out here on the bench in the hopes that parents will take them home for their children's little libraries at home, or teachers will take for the classroom.
We have a few bilingual books that we like to try to pair with the originals.
2 months ago, I came out, because I check on my little free library like every day. There was just a bag. I was so confused. I was like, what is this? I opened it up. It was a bag of marbles. It was like 1820 again. I was like, oh my God, who's playing with marbles in 2024? There is a dearth of BIPOC and LGBT writers and authors being promoted by the big 5 publishers.
So there's a more important need for them to see themselves in literature, that their experience is valid, that their feelings are valid. We have a very high suicide rate in our LGBTQIA community, and if they could feel seen and feel identified with and heard and find that community, then that could be something that saves their life. Someone can find a book that saves their life.
One of the most notable donations was a friend of mine. She is very disturbed by the hyper legislation and regulation of books that are being banned in the schools.
Like, go to the school board meetings. Like, please, seriously, go to school board meetings.
She knew what my goal was for the library, and she sent me $1,000 and said, give them hell.
One of my neighbors is extremely conservative, and when the library was built, they came over to me and said, I really love that you have this. Like, they don't have to take from this library, but they support anyone else who wants to.
For me, this is not only my act of service to my community, but it's also my activism.
Like, it was a Saturday. They came by and went through every single little free library in Springfield, emptied them all out, and then the next day went to Chamblin's to sell all the books.
There were probably 3 evenings where the library was wiped clean.
It pays to know booksellers because they give you all the tips and tricks. So he told me to make sure it didn't happen again, that I should mark the foredge of the book, which I can show you. So all the books that go in the Little Free Library now, unless someone brings the book, I mark the foredge of the book with red so that on, like, at first glance, any bookseller knows this book is not for resale. So my favorite quote is by Albert Camus. It's, in the depths of winter, I found within me, there was an invincible summer.
My sister actually said it to me in my maid of honor speech, but is happiness can be found in even the darkest of time if one only remembers to turn on the light. When I was in high school, my friend had introduced me to the book, The Perks of Being a Wallflower. And in that book, there's this quote about a dad who's a bad alcoholic, and he has 2 kids, and they grow up to be very different. One grows up to be an alcoholic like his dad, and the other grows up to be a successful carpenter. And when they ask the brothers why they turned out the way that they did, they say, the one that became the alcoholic says he grew up learning how to drink on his father's knee. And the other brother said he could never even try it after watching his father. And then it said, so I guess we are who we are for a lot of reasons, and maybe we'll never know most of them. But even if I can't choose where I come from, I can choose where I go from there. And to me, like I said before, books can really save lives. That book made me feel like I had a chance.